And with that, the 2024 NFL season has come to an end just like that. Well, not the NFL season, the regular season has. So we still have playoffs to talk about. We have, the debrief, the Chicago Bears to talk about, and a little bit more. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Sobacksports podcast. And we're so back with another episode. And we have reached the conclusion of the regular season. And just wanted to check in. How are you feeling, man?
On this pod on Wednesday, David was the guest of the show, and y'all told me I was crazy for picking the Bears week 18 to win
To be
in
fair, you were.
Lambeau, but I wasn't crazy. I told y'all that the Bears had nothing to play for and everything to play for and to ruin the Green Bay Packers and to screw them. They didn't do it last year, but they did it this year. And I was right, and I'm just gonna take my victory lap for that because you know I knew that deep down we had a win in us. I had a feeling we had a win in us. So obviously whenever the Bears beat the Packers, it's a great time to be a fan. Obviously, um, just honestly like a great way to end this horrific season, right? I mean, coming to this season we had a lot of expectations, right? Like playoffs, like 10 plus 10 wins, like something like that. We had a lot of expectations. Obviously, we got Caleb Williams, all like all the hype he went through to the pick, and rightfully so. He had a pretty good rookie season. You get Keenan Allen in the off season. You get Roma Dunze in the draft, and like okay, we thought we had a good team, but then we really forgot about the coach, right? And just to see Caleb Williams, especially him, I'm really proud of him, and the fact that he had so much turmoil going into the season. I mean, like during the season with that 10-game losing streak, and still put up really good stats, and still gave the Chicago Bears fans hope that the future is still bright. Let me take off my glasses. I made my point, and I'm just I'm just excited, to see what Caleb Williams can do. He still has a lot to work on, but like for the mechanics and stuff, but he's gotten he has a lot of good traits, right? He has the clutch factor. Finally had a game winning drive that actually counted. So, honestly, great fairy tale ending. Getting a win against the Packers week 18. And I don't want all the Packers fans to say, oh, Jordan Love didn't play. He played, he got injured. If it was up to him, he would have played the rest of the game. He just got injured. And you know what, Packers fans? Have fun going to Philly, and it's gonna be Cancun on 3. I'm just giving you guys a little spoiler on my pick there, but I think all in all, we need to nail this coaching hire for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ryan Poles, we gotta see if he's still the GM. But I think he will be, and then I just hope that we can somehow convince Ben Johnson or a really good head coach to come here, change his franchise for the good. And yeah, that's all I got to really say. I mean, L season and F season, but really, this really brought it from an F to like a D plus with a win against the Packers. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, shout out to Caleb Williams. Shout out to the Bears. Cairo Santos were hitting that field goal. Because as DJ Moore says, man, like they always try to give us a little heart attack at every single game. So, yeah, that's all I gotta do say for my soliloquy.
Yeah, and every week I would do my pick'ems, and I ended the season with a whopping 159 to 108. Honestly, for my first year of doing this, pretty solid. 76%. I'll take it. Um, but
Hmm.
let's talk about the final standings for the draft order. The Bears sit. Oh, hold on. Let me reload this because that's not right. The Bears sit at number 10 with the uh, the draft order, and the Tennessee Titans. Congratulations, you have won the Tank Bowl this year. congratulations to the New York Giants and the New England Patriots for screwing themselves over multiple times this season to get that number one overall pick. And you know, it is what it is. And the Bears, with that win against Green Bay, it really did set them back only one spot from a pick. I personally would have preferred just us winning Green Bay, and we did. So I'll take that. And if it's just moving up down one spot, I can't believe there are people that are still out there that are like, "Why do we win that game?" That are Bears fans, and
That's crazy.
I'm like, dude, you're so miserable at this point. Like at that point, it just you can't win, and you just want to be miserable at that point, and
Hmm.
it's just another thing. And speaking of the Chicago Bears, let's talk about a specific QB that had a lot of expectations coming into the season, had a lot of things to kind of carry the weight of this franchise on his plate, and that is Caleb Williams right here. And if I can zoom in real quick, how many yards let's take a look at his stats overall. First Bears QB with 4K total yards of offense. He's actually like if you put total yards, he overcomes Jay Cutler and all the quarterbacks. Not a crazy record, but still impressive for Caleb. First overall pick, fifth in single season passing yards by Bears QB, 3,551 passing yards. Least interceptions in a single season with 6 by a Bears QB. And I think like for a rookie quarterback, I think he's like first. Like that's like the least amount of picks playing all 17 games or 16 games in
I thought
certain
CJ
years.
only had 5 last year.
Oh yeah, he probably did. Honestly, maybe, but I'm talking about like for number one overall picks.
Okay.
It's a very nitpick stack. I know, but it's kind of insane. Most passing touchdowns, yards, and 300 plus passing yards games, which is 4 of them by a Bears
Mhm.
QB, rookie QB, and the list keeps going. Like, say what you want about Caleb's season, plagued by bad coaching. He could have been a lot better too. Um, he, having 2 head coaches, 3 offensive coordinators in the middle of the season, 10-game losing streak, multiple games that went down to the wire, leading clutch drives only for things outside of his control to take over and lose them the game. Like this last game was a testament to Caleb Williams' resolve and how much he cares about winning, you know? Uh, And the thing is, listen, you could say like, this is a meaningless game or whatnot. It's week 18. We have nothing to play for. We were out of the playoffs and all that. You can say that and see this game, and it's complete opposite. The Bears really wanted to win this game, and Caleb really wanted this game because you could see it in his emotion in after the game, after that win. You know how happy it would gotta be to finally get one of those game-winning drives to actually come to fruition. And, you know, gotta be I'm obviously really happy with the result. And the thing is, prioritizing beating the Packers. That alone is something special. And the fact that Caleb Williams did that in his rookie season, almost did it twice.
Should
He's
have
gonna
done
be
it twice,
special.
man.
He should have done
Cairo
it twice.
sold.
Well, to be fair, the protection sold.
Hmm.
But here nor there. It's in the past. Cairo got his redemption. Um, it's genuinely like a great way to end the season. And
Hmm.
listen, we're undefeated in 2025. We're undefeated, and going, it's some good momentum to go into next season or this off season. Yeah. What do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Caleb Williams, like, I think he had a really, really good season, right? I think a lot of people are undermining his season. Even like I was kind of frustrated with him, like here and there. But we had to also understand he was a rookie. He had a lot of like different play callers, right? And yeah, people are gonna point to him as like you had your wide receiver and stuff, but Like I feel like, in my opinion, with what I saw with rookie quarterbacks like C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels, like they didn't have like the crazy amount of like receivers, but what they really had was protection, and they had a good coach and offensive play caller, which I feel like it's a lot more important to have that compared to, okay, you have wide receivers, but you don't have protection, and you don't have a head coach that knows how to call an offense, or like makes an offense way too, like, I don't know, like Shane Waldron's offense really never made sense to me. But and it just, here's my thing, like the one thing I like really hated, it wasn't really Caleb, it was like really play callers. Like I was just kind of like, okay, it's cool to see him have only 6 interceptions this season, but I would like him taking more chances. Like it was not his fault, obviously. It was the play calling. They really like didn't want him to. They made him play scared, I feel like, this season, right? And I just really want the next year the head coach to let him take shots downfield, to let him execute an offense, because we're basically running an offense that like is just screens, slants here and there, and like checkdowns. Like that's not why we drafted him. We drafted him to be special, and he's showcased that he can make those special throws. And the only time they let him do these special throws is in clutch time. We need to have it games, have it moments, and that's all good that Caleb Williams can do that. But I would like to see him do that and be able to do it and be like, let to do it. During the first 3 quarters of the game, in most of the fourth quarter, right? I want the play calling to be a lot more wide open for him. I just feel like the scared offense with screens, it doesn't work. We saw with Luke Getsy, we saw with Shane Waldron, we're seeing it with Thomas Brown. I know Thomas Brown's using Shane Waldron's playbook, but we're seeing it with these 3 different play callers, and I just want our new play caller and our new head coach to implement an offense that really benefits Caleb Williams' strengths, right? Because again, you want to make an offense that's good and suits your quarterback. You don't want to make it challenging for your quarterback, right? You want to tailor it to their strengths. And hopefully next year, in this offseason, we get the right coach, we get the right play caller, and Caleb Williams grows into, a 4K passer, which I think he can be. He's shown that. And really what impressed me this season is also his health. Like
Mm-hmm.
we saw Mitchell Trubisky, we saw with Justin Fields. I don't know about Jay Cutler and all the other quarterbacks we had, but
Mm-hmm.
they never were healthy for all 17 games. And the amount of hits that Caleb Williams took this season is crazy. He took like around 68 sacks. I'm so happy
Mm-hmm.
the Packers did not sack Caleb Williams 10 times. I'm really, really happy
He
about
only got
that.
sacked one
And
time that game. That's crazy to me. I thought they would just go at
yeah,
him.
yeah. So I mean, obviously, I think it also is because like we also like did really like quick passes and stuff like that. So like he didn't really have that much time in the pocket. Like didn't make him like be in the pocket for too long, except for like the game winning drive. But like I'm really impressed with that. I really like his endurance. I'm sorry, I don't know what that's called. Like his
His durability.
durability. There we go. His durability. I really impressed with that, and I feel like year 2 we're gonna see a different quarterback. We're gonna see no, not different, but we're gonna see a way better passer. I feel like he can get his downfield passing will be a lot better next season. Because
Mm-hmm.
again, in college and USC, we saw him have that deep ball. He did have the deep ball. It wasn't as good as Jaden's, but it was still really good. And I think when it's all said and done, all these Dan Orlovskis and all these like I don't know, it's crazy. Today I
Players.
saw him like say, I saw him say that if he was Ben Johnson, he would go to the Patriots because of Drake May. I'm like, dude, just shut
I
up.
mean, he has okay. Okay, quick side note. I would say from the perspective of, the Patriots as an organization with like their, you know, success from the past with Tom Brady, and then their ability to, they're like a storied franchise that has good ownership for the most part, because Robert Kraft is a good owner like compared to the McCaskies. um so like I think from that lens it makes sense, but bringing in the quarterback Drake May, who is really good, don't get me wrong, Drake May is really good, but it's like you have Caleb Williams, who through this turmoil can be insanely good.
But
Whereas
I
with
just
Drake
think
May
that
with the decent organization with a bad team is like okay or like slightly above average right now. You know what I
no.
mean?
So here's my thing with Drake May, right? I just think that Drake May, like, first of all, this is a little side note, but like, I think Drake May is a good quarterback, but he's clearly the fourth best quarterback in class. It's not even a question. He's the fourth best quarterback in the class. I mean, I don't care. Like, I get it. You don't have like the good wide receivers and stuff like that, and like your coach. I get it. You're put in turmoil, but to say that it's a better situation than coming to Chicago with you already have playmakers like Caleb Williams, DJ Moore. I don't know about Keenan, but you have Roma Dunze and you have DeAndre Swift, who's a pretty good running back. I would and your defense is still pretty. It's pretty solid. We saw these last 2 weeks. The defense has stepped up and played pretty good. I just don't understand why people are saying they rather go to the Patriots, but that's a side note. So I'm just saying next season that when it's all said and done, Caleb Williams, everyone's gonna say, "Oh, let's redraft. Caleb Williams is the right pick, number one."
I think
Like
is,
that's
but that will only happen if we nail the head coaching hire.
obviously.
Yeah, because you, I don't want to do this where what we did with Justin Fields, right? Because the thing is, Justin Fields, say what you want about his second season in the NFL, like there was some talent there. There was like, oh wow,
Oh
this
yeah,
guy is
oh
special.
yeah.
Um, but the thing is, we hire the wrong coach or keep the wrong coach, and then it becomes an issue
No,
where
okay. I'll give you a deal. Okay, here's the thing with Justin Fields, though. Okay, so I like Justin Fields a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like he's my favorite player, obviously. Like you know how I feel about Justin Fields, but I'm just saying he never showed what Caleb Williams showed, though. That's the difference. Caleb Williams okay, like Justin Fields. Like, are we talking about 2022, like his 2022 season, like where he like
yeah,
rushed for 1,100 yards? Okay,
yeah,
see that season was a little different because he wasn't really clutch. That's the thing with Justin. Like game on the line, he didn't have any game-winning drives. He would fumble. He had a fumbling issue too.
mm-hmm.
And also he wasn't really like a passer. Like he was a good wait, he was a decent passer. He didn't take that step, right? We didn't see that with Justin Fields. So I understood why people were skeptical about him going into year 3. But year like with Caleb Williams, he's had 4 300-yard games. He has 3,500-yard passing, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. His red zone efficiency is 13 touchdowns and 0 INTs. Very efficient in the red zone. I mean, like, he's proven, he's shown that he could pass the ball at a high level. Now, he still has to improve, but I just don't think, like, they're comparable because Justin Fields really never showed his, like, the way Caleb Williams is shown as a passer. I think dynamic wise, athleticism wise, yeah, Justin Fields has Caleb Williams beat 100 times out of 100. But when we're talking about playing the quarterback level, like quarterback as like passing, I gotta go with Caleb Williams. What I saw this rookie season, and with Caleb Williams, like you feel it. Okay, like you saw the stream. I said, okay, we're down 22-21. I had a feeling we're gonna get a game winning drive. There was obviously maybe special team cells or something like that, but I knew we were gonna get a game winning drive. With Justin Fields, like, okay, like, are we gonna get one? Like, are we not? Please, Fields
Like
don't fumble.
we're just like praying to like
Yeah,
it's like
for
I feel
Caleb,
like watching
Caleb has
yeah
proven it.
yeah because the thing is Caleb has done it multiple times this season, and it just never
I'm
came to
not saying,
fruition because
and,
of other stuff.
and yeah, real quick, and I'm not saying that Justin Fields cannot be that guy for another franchise and go out there and be a clutch quarterback and be that good. I think he can be. He just has to go to a right franchise and get. I don't know. He has to improve his mechanics, obviously. So I'm just saying, when he was a Chicago Bears quarterback, he would never really was that clutch. He had that one game against the Vikings, but he also fumbled twice, and the defense
Mm-hmm.
saved his ass. So I'm just saying, yeah, I'm have optimism that if we get the head coach right, we are gonna have a good season because of Caleb Williams, and I feel like it just we had to nail the head coach. That's all. I don't think Justin
So
Fields and Caleb Williams are really comparable.
I'm gonna tell you with this right now. All right, multiple times during the season, you had some wavering faith for Caleb Williams. It was a little bit
Yeah.
fluctuating. You can admit that, right? You had
Mhm.
some you had some question marks and stuff.
Sure.
Did this Packer game, this Packers win, put all those questions to rest?
Yeah. No. I'll say this why. I'll say why. All right. So first of all,
Mm.
look again. I'm always gonna be the fan of the Chicago Bears. Obviously, you made me a fan of this team because this is my first. Like I never really watched the NFL. I was always the NBA guy. But obviously, here's my thing. Right. I was okay. So real quick for the audience out there, like I started watching the Bears like 2022. So really, I haven't really been through that much pain. I mean, obviously, I've been through pain, but not that much pain as a lot of people have. But Justin Fields was obviously the quarterback, and I liked watching the games. I like Justin Fields as a player, as a person, and everything. Like, and all of that. And I really wanted him to be the quarterback. And obviously, he got traded in the trade deadline, and Caleb Williams became our quarterback. Now, here's my thing. I was frustrated with Caleb Williams this season because he wasn't really showing. He would just take sacks, and like it was just, you can admit he had a lot of low lights this season. Like he did. He had,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just me not being patient. Obviously, this Packers game against a team that you have not beaten, like the Bears have not beaten in 11 straight times since Matt LaFleur has taken over as the head coach. You have not beaten them. The last time you beat them was Mike McCarthy was the head coach, and you went into their own crib. And again, we have not beat them in Lambeau since 2015, and you did it. I will
Mm-hmm.
always respect Caleb Williams for doing that. And that's why he's earned my respect, and I will not bash him anymore because there's like he's proven to me this season that game on the line, I will give the Bears a chance to win the game. Now it's up to the special teams, it's up to the players, like the wide receivers, it's up to the coaching to execute and do their part. But I will do my part, and that is give the Chicago Bears a chance. Throughout the season, Caleb Williams always have given the Bears a chance to win the game because he does not turn over the ball over in a high level. I like Justin Fields a lot, but during the fourth quarter, his efficiency is not the best. He's not as good as a fourth quarter quarterback as people think he is. I'm sorry, as I thought he was. He has like a he has one of the worst QBRs in the fourth quarter. Hopefully he changes that in another franchise. But Caleb Williams, it's crazy because he improves when it's the fourth quarter. For some reason,
Mm-hmm.
he plays amazing when his back is against the wall, and that's what I really, really like about him. So yeah, I do change my opinion on him. I think this game really proved to me that he is a franchise guy, and he can be the face of the franchise because with all the adversity that he's been dealt with this season, it's not easy having your coach get fired mid-season. It's not easy getting 3 different offensive play callers. So, I mean, it's so bad that Thomas Brown, who was the passing game coordinator, became an offensive coordinator, who also then became a head coach. So,
All within
with all of
17
that,
days.
all of that, and you got that win against the Green Bay Packers. And look, Justin, I like you a lot, man, but you didn't beat the Packers, man. You never gave us
Mm-hmm.
the chance to beat the Packers. I like you a lot. I really do. I really hope your career is goes the right way. I think it will. But when it comes to the Chicago Bears, man, Caleb Williams will always have you beat there. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm officially a Caleb guy. I'm always been, bro, and he's my quarterback. But yeah, I'm a Caleb guy now. So I'm there for you, number 18. Hopefully, this offseason you take the right move, the right steps, get your body healthy, and just be stronger, man. And I'm sorry, like have a stronger second year. And I think he's excited to do that. So I think he'll do it, man. I'm excited. I have hope.
Yeah, I really hope that you kind of nailed it on the head. With all those points. I think the one thing that's most impressive, and listen, wins forever for me will not be a quarterback stat. Like it's never should be a quarterback stat in the first place when you're judging a quarterback's raw talent and his abilities in general.
I
Because
mean, wins
football,
wins are only
foot,
for only like GOAT status. I would say is a
goat
quarterback
status,
stat.
fine,
Yeah.
fine, okay, that's completely fair.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's a team effort. Football is a team sport, and there are a lot of factors to consider. With Caleb, like you said, not a turnover guy. Like the fact of the matter is, dude got hit so much and sacked so much. He fumbled it a couple of times. Don't get me wrong, he has.
Hmm.
But it's so rare, and it's kind of crazy how he's able to hold on to the ball, like taking this much hits, this many hits. And going into this offseason, that has to be addressed.
Yeah.
Genuinely, offensive line has to be addressed, which leads me to my next segment
Yeah.
for the next point, and that is the head coaching process. Because the head coaching process has just officially started. This morning, we got notifications throughout the day about Bears' interests in, finding their head coach. And you have an
Mhm.
insane list so far when it comes to the head coaching interviews confirmed. So, and this is from Jacob Infante, who is a pretty big account on Bears Twitter. But pretty much, this is his list of
What's
people that he's
Petzing?
Petzing, the offensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals, I think. So,
Absolutely
Ben
not.
Johnson. What's crazy?
Hmm.
Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, both of them this morning were the first two that the Bears sent head coaching interviews for.
Did he get
Um,
accepted?
no, I mean right now he can't accept them because he's in the playoffs right now. Um, Vrabel, Monken, Vrabel already happened already because he's not really on the team. He's a
Oh, he already
consultant.
got interviewed.
I think he's about to. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But as of right now, Todd Monken, the Ravens offensive coordinator, Flores, defensive coordinator for the Vikings, McCarthy, uh, head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Like I said, Petzing, who is the offensive coordinator for the Cardinals, Aaron Glenn, Shaw.
You see.
From what I remember, is he's the someone in Stanford.
Okay, no,
Um,
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay.
forgot who Smith is.
Okay, no, AI generated next.
All right,
Weaver.
Weaver.
Okay, I heard
Yeah,
bad things about him.
Thomas Brown and Kafka, the offensive coordinator for the New York Giants.
All right.
Um, so yeah, these are the list of people. Obviously
It's too big of a
Ben Johnson.
list.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, listen,
That
when it
makes me a little
comes to
scared.
no, when it comes to like the Bears and like head coaching, they have to do their due diligence. That's typically it's not nothing new. They always send a bunch of them to a bunch of people. So it's not like this is anything insane. What does concern me at times is the amount of defensive minded head coaches or coordinators that aren't here. But that is just the Bears. Um, so my thing is like there are a lot of
Hmm.
people to consider. Um, and Ben Johnson. Oh yeah, there's also another side note because this also ties in pretty well with the Bears specifically. For other teams, the New England Patriots, they have recently fired Gerard Mayo. He was pretty much just a stand-in for this year for Drake May. So there's a head coaching vacancy for them. Trent Baalke is maintaining his position as GM, which is insane because the fact that Trent Baalke doing so little
It was Run
and is
bulky.
able to keep his job. Dude, Trent Baalke was on the Niners at one point and then went to the
Was he
the
the
Jag,
Patriots? Oh,
huh?
Jags.
The
The
Jag. So,
Jags
oh yeah,
GM.
the Jags also fired Doug Peterson this morning. Um, so like they have an opening there, but if Trent Baalke's there, I'm not too worried that Ben Johnson's gonna go to the Jaguars. The only concern I have is that if Ryan Poles is still there by the time Ben Johnson comes around and is about to get interviewed, I don't think he's gonna take the interview. Like, let's be really honest with ourselves. Why would he waste his time? Like, if he's not able to bring one of his own guys to be a GM, and he made his, I think from what it sounds like, it makes his point clear. He doesn't want Ryan Poles to be the GM, or at least that's what it sounds like. So that's really concerning at times that Ryan Poles hasn't been fired yet. If that's the case, to show how committed they are
Well,
to making this right. But yeah, you were gonna say.
I don't know. It's just like I wouldn't fire. Sorry, guys. I wouldn't fire Paul right now though. Like that's the thing. Like I wouldn't fire him now because like You're putting all your eggs on one basket, and like, what if Johnson doesn't pick the Bears?
That is
Like,
true.
like I would wait. I would wait. Honestly, like
Yeah.
if Johnson's like, okay, I'll accept your offer, but he has to go, and I will get someone from the Lions to get as our GM. Then okay, fire Ryan Post. But let's just say Johnson's like, okay, maybe, and then he goes to the Jags or like he goes to the Patriots. Like, I mean, then we have to get a new GM and a new coach. So like, I'm okay
Right.
with keeping Ryan Post right now. He can get his paycheck right now, but I would wait because you don't want to risk everything. But
No, yeah.
I don't know. I don't. Okay, I'll be honest. McCarthy, I think he's gonna stay in the Cowboys. I think Mike
There's a good chance he
Vrabel.
might.
I think okay. I'll be honest, guys. I'll make my point here. I think Vrabel is he's either gonna be the Patriots head coach or he's gonna be our coach. I think it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
If we don't get Johnson, it'll be us, our coach. Flores, I don't know. Like,
Personally, I don't want
no.
Flores. I think he's okay. I don't think he's like out of all of them, he's not the worst. Like there are a bunch of bad options here, but Flores, I think this list is kind of like I would put Mark McCarthy a little bit lower. Would
I
I?
don't know about
No.
Aaron Glenn. I don't know about Aaron Glenn because, like, again, I don't want like a defensive minded head coach. If I want a defensive minded coach, I want a guy who is actually been in the league and actually done it. Like, that's the only reason why I would take Vrabel is because like he's
Hmm.
actually, he has playoff experience and he's actually like going to the AFC Championship. He knows how to win, and also he knows he was with Mike Slay, Ryan Tannehill. So like, I'm fine with Vrabel. Like, okay, 1 and 2, I'm fine with. Everyone else, I'm not fine with. Like, okay, here's my thing. McCarthy's like a consolation prize. Like, I don't know though. Like, that's my thing with Mike. Because the thing with Mike is he can win the season, but playoffs, I don't know. I just don't know. But I doubt Mike McCarthy is going to even. I think he's going to be the Cowboys coach. Like, there's no way. I don't see him
I
going.
think personally, I don't mind. I think Todd Monken being number 3 is a pretty solid choice. And
Is
hear
he
me
an
out.
offensive coordinator?
Yeah, he's the offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. Um, Essentially, he's been with Lamar Jackson for 2 years now. Um,
But they're different quarterbacks.
yeah, I get that, but Lamar Jackson, his passing game has improved a lot now. And
That's
the thing
true.
is, keep in mind, Todd Monken, for the most part, he's not a bad head coach. I mean, he's not a bad coordinator. As a head coach is a big question, but he's been around the league based on what I'm seeing right here. He's been with the Jacksonville Jaguars, um, Southern Miss, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Cleveland Browns, Georgia, and then went to recently to Baltimore. Where he's uh, been pretty solid for them. Like genuinely, they can't complain when it comes to Todd Monken. Um, he's been able to bring up Lamar Jackson, make him a better passer, especially these last 2 years. Say what you want about the last season where he won MVP. Like Lamar had a good deep ball. Lamar actually was like throwing the ball pretty well, not at a high rate like this year, but he was able to balance Lamar's ability to run the ball and his ability to throw the ball. And I think that it would be a little bit easier for Monken to go into you know, for Caleb Williams because Caleb already has the passing sort of down pat, if we can really be honest with ourselves. But the running is like that can be like an elevated addition because we've seen Caleb scramble and get first
But I
downs,
just
and
he's not that guy. Like, okay, he's not like a running kind of quarterback. Like, I don't think
he's not.
he
But that
he's like a
doesn't mean that
Mahomes.
it's no.
No,
It,
like
it
he's
doesn't
like a
mean
Mahomes when it comes to running.
no. I agree, but I'm just saying like for Munkin, it's he has a lot more to work with when it comes to the Bears offense. It's just that
Oh
he
yeah, for
needs the
sure.
offensive line. Compared to the Ravens, like Ravens only have Zay Flowers and some like Rashawn Bateman and Nelson Aguilar and whatnot. Like they're not like insane. It's not an insane wide receiver group of people. And they have
Yeah,
Derrick Henry too. So like if the Bears are able to not only bolster their offensive weapons, but also bolster their offensive line, like you have a good quarterback who's clutch, who and then you have to good wide receiver room. You can have the opportunity, you have the picks and draft capital and money to invest in offensive line. I don't see why not Monken's name being mentioned more if and only if we don't land Josh Johnson or
Here's my
Vrabel.
thing. I my thing. Yeah, I agree. I think he should be 3. I really didn't know that much about Munkin, but um, yeah. I mean, if what you're saying is right, then yeah, I think he should be number 3. The only reason why I would take the only reason why I would take Mike McCarthy a little bit over him, like I don't think I don't think he's gonna be the coach. I think he's gonna be the coach of the Cowboys. It's because of the experience. Obviously, like
Mhm.
I don't know. My thing is like,
Wait, before that though, before can I add something to make this could
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
change your mind, right? Do you really want to hire another former Packer coach? Because listen,
No, that's like again. I think if it's up to me, we're hiring either Ben
no,
Johnson or
I'm
Rabel.
saying if you had to choose, like say Munkin is also gone. Like
Yeah, then I have
okay,
to go with McCarthy. He's the best
right,
option.
right. But I'm just saying, like, okay, there's also another thing I was reading about McCarthy, and you know what's kind of insane is that Mike McCarthy and Mike Tomlin are very alike. Not only because they have the same first name, but also just because they are similar coaches where they're regular season merchants and they just
Well, you
don't do
can't really
well in
say,
the
but
post.
I mean, Mike's won a Super Bowl, obviously, first of all, and so does
So does
Tomlin. But
yeah.
I think
Both of them have.
the difference between that is okay. Here's my thing. I What's about the playoffs? Like
No, I
we're a
agree.
team that don't even get to the playoffs.
Hmm.
No. Obviously, he's not my first choice. Like he's not even my second or third choice. But if all those candidates are gone, like, yeah, I'll go with McCarthy over Flores. Yeah,
No,
I'll go
I
with
would probably
McCarthy.
take Flores over McCarthy, dude. Like I know it sounds pretty
But
bad
Flores
for me
has
to
been
say
a
this,
coach and it failed. It
but
failed.
he was a pretty solid head coach with okay. The one thing I know I
But you really
understand.
want a defensive minded head coach though, with
No, I no no
another
no. I
defensive
understand.
minded.
No, I get it. I get it. But the thing is, you're back against the wall. There's not many great options left at that point.
You got to go with
My
McCarthy.
but no, I'm saying Flores at least has the experience when it comes
At
to head
what?
coaching. What?
So is McCarthy.
Right. But I'm just saying for the sole purpose of, being coached hard as well. Because the thing is, the issue with Eberflus, the issue with Matt Nagy, whatever head coach we've had and since Lovey Smith, is they don't coach hard. There's no like with Eberflus specifically. The amount of times Caleb Williams has asked the coaching staff for to discipline us more, make us more vigilant when it comes to the locker room, hold us accountable, um, train us harder, coach us harder. Like that's alarming for the first thing that went through this entire season, especially. But
I just
with Brian Flores, the reason why I feel like Tua, I felt like wasn't able to handle that. Like he's a different quarterback compared to Caleb. I feel, and
dude, I
I
just
think
don't know.
Caleb really likes that.
No, I understand that that's good. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I just feel like he
That's why
has no playoff
That's why Ben
experience
Johnson
either.
has to be the coach, dude. It makes life so easy, dude. At
I mean,
that
Ben
point,
Johnson or Vrabel. Ben Johnson or Vrabel. I'm fine with either. Honestly, I'm fine with either. I'm fine
I
with either
know.
because Vrabel has experience and he knows how to win. That's the thing with Vrabel.
Yeah,
I don't know why he got fired. Like literally, he shouldn't have
I
gotten
don't know.
fired.
Because he just took. He has very power. He wanted a lot of power or something like that. I don't know, but um, yeah. But I'm kind of concerned because I don't know if the McCaskies will allow Vrabel to step foot in there. I don't know,
We'll
just
see. We'll
because
see.
of
We'll
like
see. We'll see.
I really hope so. But you know, anyways, we're nearing the 40-minute mark. I thought this would be a great time to do something with the playoffs around the corner, which is essentially this
It's
weekend.
playoff time. It's playoff time.
Is
Sadly,
playoff
our
time,
team's
guys.
not in it.
Yes, unfortunately.
We ended
But
13th
unf-
in the North. And sorry, in the NFC. Damn.
yep. But yeah, if you made it this far, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And you know, let's get to our picks. Personally,
All right, you want to
I
go with
think
the AFC or the NFC first?
let's start with the AFC since it's at the top.
Okay.
Um, we're gonna go through each round and then okay. So
Okay.
I'm gonna be doing my specific video for my predictions personally, but we're gonna be this is a collaborative experience. So both of us combined,
Yeah.
this is gonna be our both of our predictions, like combined.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that makes
For
sense.
sure. Yeah. For sure. For
So
sure.
look out for
Okay.
future video about this. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
Texans, Chargers.
You want me to go first? Or you want to go?
I can go.
Okay.
I think
All
this
right.
is gonna be personally. I think the Chargers win this one.
That's honestly that's a smart pick. Like the Chargers have the better defense. They're rolling. You know, biggest. They've been a big surprise this season. Like Jim Harbaugh has really been like a coach of the year candidate in my opinion. You take a team that was 5-12 last year. Obviously, they had some injuries. Really, Justin Herbert has looked really good. The run game's been amazing, but you know, Houston, like it's been a weird season for them, right? They had a lot of expectations, like the Bears. They had a lot of expectations. Obviously, they won more games, 10-7. Um, but I think personally, for me, I'm going with Houston here. I know. The last time they played, they only scored 2 points in Houston. I just think the Chargers, they're just gonna charger it, bro. I have a feeling I feel like this is gonna be a vintage CJ Stroud game. I just have a feeling, but I could be totally wrong. Like I could be completely wrong. I'm just going with my gut. I think CJ Stroud takes this one. Uh, you know, I think CJ Stroud has more playoff wins than Justin Herbert, and
Mm.
I don't know. Nico Collins is a dog. I think Joe Mixon. Um, and really, I think D'Amico Ryan's calls a really good game here. I think I don't know. I'm going with the Texans. I'm going with Texans here. I'm going with my
You know what's
dog
kind of
CJ Stroud.
insane is that Jim Harbaugh in his first year is able to turn this entire Chargers organization around. That's just amazing for them. Honestly, the fans for them deserve it. Um, they took, they made the right hire, and look how it turned out. Bears, I'm looking at you. Jim Harbaugh was definitely the hottest coaching name in the market at the time, and look at what the Chargers did, and look at where they are right now. Do it for the Bears. Get Johnson. This is the prime
Yeah,
example. I'm
I
gonna go with
think.
Chargers.
Yeah,
I could see the Texans, but personally, I think the Texans are in such a rut right now. It's like I don't know. I think Harbaugh's gonna use his national championship
hey, little
acumen.
side note here. Little side note here. Caleb Williams over CJ Stroud, bro. Had a better season
Nah, I
this
think that's a
season.
little much right now. I think it's close,
This
but I don't think
season,
it's
this
this
season, I'm
season.
going with Caleb. I'm going with Caleb, bro.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I
I'm gonna go after
can.
that. After that stunning moment.
Yeah, that's also true.
Still,
Yeah, I can
I'm
see
okay
that.
with CJ doing that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I had no problem with it. It's just funny that it's a big deal now. All right, it's pretty obvious. I think the Ravens are going to demolish the
Yeah, I
Steelers.
think I think the Steelers are falling off. I think Russell Wilson is just he's not the guy. He's not the guy.
Mm,
Yeah, I think the Ravens actually honestly I think the Ravens destroy the Steelers.
mm,
It's not even gonna be close. I think it's gonna be like a demolishment.
hmm.
I think the Steelers. I think honestly after this game, Mike Tomlin's job might be on the line. I'm being so serious because
Nah, I don't think it is because they're gonna.
like you
They
can't.
met the standard. They met the standard.
But like how okay at some point you've got to win some playoff games. You cannot like the last 5 times you went out in the first round. Like you got to win some playoff games. You got to hold the coach accountable. And I think the Steelers are gonna look at that and like, okay, we gave you okay. Last year you did it with Mason Rudolph. This year we gave you Russell Wilson, proven quarterback, Super Bowl quarterback. Gave you a talented backup in Justin Fields. You still couldn't do it. You still had a good start, and then ended the season 10-7, and got out in the first round. Got destroyed by the Ravens. Like it just can't happen like that. You have to have some consistency. You have to get at least to the second round for Talon, in my opinion, to stay. But maybe they keep him. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I got Ravens.
I think the Bills are going to demolish the Broncos. Or actually, yeah, I think it's going to be Bo Nix is going to put some points up because the defense for the
No,
Bills is kind of. But I think it's going to be a pretty ugly game for the
I think I
Broncos.
am being so serious. It's gonna be 31-10. Like it's gonna be ugly. Bo Nix will struggle this game. I think the Bills defense is gonna give a lot of problems to um to Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix, this is a playoff game. I don't really expect him to play that well in this playoff game. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. He's a good quarterback, but I think the Bills win this easily, man. It's not gonna be close.
I want to make a insane underdog thing. I feel like this is going to be a lot closer of a game than you. Um, it's going to be a battle of the master and his pupil with Sean McVay on one end and then Kevin O'Connell on the other. Dude, it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be absolute cinema when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, but I think the Rams are getting hot at the right time. I think the Rams to win this one.
Wait, so why are the Rams underdogs here?
Well, because they don't have 14 wins, and B, the Vikings team is just more
Okay,
talented.
but okay, this game literally happened in SoFi this season on Thursday Night Football, and the Rams won. Second of all, Donald just played an atrocious game. Like he was garbage. He was no, the garbage is the understatement. He was terrible. Um, yeah, the Vikings are losing. I've been saying this for so long. Like Sam Darnold, this season's been cute. It's been a very cute season. He showed week 18. I said it. I literally said it. I think my prediction was right. I said 31-10. It was 31-9. Okay, my bad. But he when there's expectation this season, right? When Sam Darnold was balling out, we're like, okay. I mean, we didn't expect it. But when we gave him expectations, week 18, go win the division, he laid an egg. Another thing is, I saw his stats this season. So if you have a QBR 113 and above, or like one in the 100s, you did really well, right? It's a really good game. Sam Darnold has he either does really really good or really really bad. He has atrocious games or really really good game. He does not have a consistent okay. He played pretty good. Like he's very inconsistent as a quarterback. There's no way. I'm going with experience. I'm going with Sean McVay and the Rams. It's gonna be close. No, actually, it's not gonna be close. I'm being so serious, guys. I think it's gonna be 31-20, bro. I think the Rams beat them 31-20.
Hmm,
I
yeah.
think the Vikings. I think this is it. I think Sam Darnold is done. It's gonna be a done for game here, and you have to go with JJ McCarthy, man. You have to. Like you have to. You can have Sam Darnold as your backup, but the plan was always for JJ McCarthy to be the quarterback, and this is a perfect ending to this
Mm,
amazing saga for the Vikings, man. So I got
yeah.
Rams.
I see what you mean. Yeah, but all right, Bucks. I think this is gonna be a very fun game between these two teams. Um,
Week one rematch.
yeah, another week one, another matchup that's a rematch. Okay, these three, all NFC teams are like a rematch from the regular season, pretty much. Um,
So is the Eagles and the Ravens, but
exactly. That's what I'm saying. This one's a week one. This one's week one. This one's like week 10 or something like that. Um,
in week 7, but
yeah,
yeah,
I think the Bucks win this one.
yeah.
But I
Yeah, I
wouldn't
think
I wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised if Jaden and the
No,
Commanders win.
again, I just don't think rookie quarterbacks can win. Like I wouldn't pick a rookie quarterback. Even last year,
Well, CJ
I didn't
did.
pick. Yeah, I know. I didn't pick CJ last year, so maybe you're right. But no, I think the Bucks. I'm trusting Baker, man. I'm trusting Baker. I'm taking the better quarterback here. I think him and Mike Evans. I'm taking that over him. Terry McLaurin, in my opinion, this season is a fraud. Like, dude, oh my god, he he's been very very inconsistent this season. I just think that the playoff
I wouldn't
atmosphere is
say
going to get to
inconsistent.
Jaden.
Personally,
But
I
I
don't
think
think he's inconsistent.
but I don't think Terry McLaurin could be a number one.
I think he can. I don't think he's bad. Like
He's
he
he's
has
not
pretty
a
solid stats.
he's not a reliable number one in my opinion, man. But
I mean,
I'm
this
going with the
season
Bucks here.
he's had 1,000 yards, averaging 13 yards per attempt, and has long was
Look at the game
86
against the
yards.
Falcons. Look at
As
the game against the Falcons.
I mean, to be fair, he had 13 touchdowns this season from just him alone.
No,
That's
I
pretty
think he's a
solid.
solid quarter. He's a solid quarterback. I'm not saying
Uh,
that. I'm not trying to
No, he
rip
is.
on
What
you.
do you mean? 13 touchdowns, is pretty good for a regular season for a wide receiver.
Yeah, but
That's a true
he's
number
very
one.
he's he's very inconsistent when he goes up against really good corners. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, but that's fair. But it's like you can't say that he's not a number one. His
And
number
I just
one
don't think
target,
the Commanders. None of the players on the Commanders have any playoff experience. They don't. They don't.
except for maybe Austin
So
Eckler. But
yeah, no, that guy's injured. He's injured.
he's hurt.
So I'm going with the Buccaneers winning this one comfortably. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Baker Mayfield makes the right plays down in the end of the game, and he wins this game. I think it's too close, man. I just think that like Jaden Daniels, he's a good quarterback, great story again, but it's the playoffs, man. There's no way. I don't see the Commanders winning this one. I'm happy the Bucks are playing
Yeah.
the Commanders, honestly.
All right. I guess we both can agree. I think the Packers lose to the Eagles.
Yeah, I think the Packers like losing Christian Watson is really really big for them because
Mm-hmm.
he's really he's really their deep threat. Jordan Love's injury is really it doesn't scare me honestly because I want them to lose, but as like if you're a Packers fan, that's kind of scary. It's kind of
No,
very scary because
I think he's fine. I don't think he's like it wasn't anything
no, because
major.
Malafleur doesn't know how much he's gonna practice this week, so they're very very like have to be very cautious with that injury. And you're going against a Philly that has a top two defense in the league, like it's going to be really, really rough for Jordan Love. And the Packers this year have been frauds. They really can't beat any good teams this season. So I got the Philadelphia Eagles and they're going into Philly too. I got the
Yeah.
Eagles destroying them.
I just hope that Jalen Hurts plays though. Like Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol right now. So that's not a really good sign, honestly, going into this game. Um
Oh, I think he'll be healthy by then.
I don't know, dude. If you're still in concussion protocol at this point in this like right now with like a couple of days till they play, that's not a good sign in my opinion. And if you have to rely on Kenny Pickett to win you a game,
I
yeah,
mean,
Saquon has to carry you, dude, at that point.
no, but Kenny's decent. Like he's a good backup. He can win you a game with being Kenny Pickett. I'll still pick him. Okay, we're going next
Okay.
week's. Okay.
Oh, it's
Okay.
a
You
rematch.
want to go? Okay. You want to do AFC first or NFC?
Let's do NFC this time. Okay,
Okay.
Lions are in here. They finished their bye week.
Oh, damn! Another
It's a
Stafford
rematch.
comes back to the crib.
Stafford Bowl.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, let's do the Stafford one first. I'll be honest, man. I gotta go with the Lions. I'm sorry. Like the Lions own Stafford. They really do. I gotta be honest here, man. Like the Lions, I don't see them losing until maybe the NFC Championship. But
Yeah,
like
it's a home
they're
game
a solid
too.
team, and they're gonna all their players are gonna be healthy by then. So like they're chilling.
Yeah. This time, oh yeah, and also this time the Buccaneers are playing away. And not an
I still got Big Show. I still got Big Show. I got Big Show. He owns the Eagles. He owns the Eagles, man. He's won
but
3
it's
straight against the Eagles. He's beaten the Eagles in the link before.
oh he has?
In the regular season 2023. He beat them in the link.
Baker versus the Eagles.
I thought he did. I don't remember. I thought he did. Maybe he didn't. I forgot. I think
Okay. Philly 2023. Yeah. Played good. Well, he played bad that first game.
yeah, but I don't think I don't know. I still personally would go Baker here. I'm going Baker. I'm riding with Baker. I'm riding with Baker here. I think Baker does it. I mean, look, I honestly have smart choice of the Eagles. It's definitely the Eagles, but um, I think Baker wins this one. He surprises everybody.
I really want to know this actually. Baker is 2-1 against the Eagles in his career.
It's still good.
He lost the first time.
And then won
Or no,
two
second
straight. He's
time.
won. What?
No, he lost the first time he played as when he was on the Buccaneers, and he won the second time in the playoffs.
Yeah, and then he won this year too.
Yeah, he
Week
didn't play
4.
this year.
Yeah, he did. They played this year. Baker destroyed him.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not just the playoffs?
Nope, it's this season. I remember watching that game too. Baker destroyed them. Yeah, it's 33-16. He won the season.
Wow. Okay, so it is 3-1. Okay, so they're kind of behind with the stats. Okay, I'll take Baker. Why not? Let's do Baker.
I think Bake Show does it, man. I actually really think Bake Show does it here.
Okay.
All right. Well, here's the thing. We kind of deferred on this pick because this is the one pick we didn't really. The Chiefs against you picked the Texans. Oh yeah, how this? I'll go with the Chargers because they're the favorites. I'm going with Chiefs here. I think the Chiefs win this, man, easily. They go back to the AFC championship here. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Fine,
know.
rematch of the first beatdown, which from Baltimore completely dominated.
This is in Buffalo though.
Yeah.
If I'm the Chiefs, right? I want Lamar. I want Josh.
What do you mean you want Lamar? You own both of them. You would be fine with either.
No. Here's my thing with Josh. Okay, like my thing with Josh is he makes the game so close every time. No. Like actually, like when you're watching the Chiefs fan, like I have friends that are Chiefs fans, they are scared to face Josh Allen. Like Josh Allen will always give a fight. Like the reason why they lost last year is because of the kicker. The kicker just missed.
True.
Bass sold. Like Lamar, they manhandled him. Like I know the score was 17-10. They manhandled him. Like I would much rather. I know, but I'm still like I would much rather if I was a Chiefs fan, much rather play the Ravens. But I got the Bills. I got the Bills.
I think the Ravens win this one. They're gonna go back to the AFC Championship game again. I think Derrick Henry is gonna add that element that they really needed for the run game.
No, wait, say that. Say that pick.
Derrick Henry is gonna be there just to remind Todd Monken that hey, you have a running back. It's not Gus the Bus.
I just don't know how you how. I don't know the Bills. I feel like they definitely improved since week 4. Like that's my thing. Like I know they beat them.
Still suspect though, in my opinion.
Where's Josh Allen? Like I think it's gonna be a shootout, and I think you're acting like the Ravens defense is like that. Like it's not really like that. Like it's a good run defense. It's a good I'll admit it's a good run defense, but passing defense, no, it's not that good a pass defense. Like I'm sorry, against the Bengals, like Joe Burrow, the only reason why he lost to the Ravens twice is because his defense allowed 40 plus each time. So like I personally would I think that Josh Allen can put up a lot more points than the Ravens can. I would go for the Bills, but I guess Ravens makes sense, I guess. But I'm going with Bills.
I would kind of want to see the I'll go with what you said. Let's go. Conference Championship round.
Okay, let's do NFC first. Rematch of the divisional round.
We have the Bucks versus Lions.
You know these are both 2 rematches. The Bills Chiefs divisional round last year and divisional round rematch.
Yeah, the Bucks beat the Lions. They're the only team other than the Vikings, or no, other than this is the Vikings.
The Bills.
The Bills that beat the Lions. Yeah. Imagine Baker.
All right, guys. Wait. You go first.
I personally want Baker to go to the Super Bowl.
You got Baker?
Yeah. And you know what's funny?
No, who do you actually think is going to win?
Let me go first for both my picks. Mahomes, the last couple of Super Bowls, has been against the team that he's faced in the past. It's going to be Tampa Bay versus Kansas City and rematch to take back, that loss that he took to Tampa Bay when Tom Brady was there. Is going to be against Bake Show in the Super Bowl. Absolute cinema.
Wait, so you actually got Baker winning this, right? I mean, you're not kidding.
I mean, in reality, like this is just like a collaborative experience. I just wanted to put that out there. Obviously, it will change. Let's see what you say. I'll probably change it, but I kind of want to see this.
Okay, I thought you would go the real answer with the Lions.
The fun one will be this. Obviously, the more terrible one will be this. But the okay one is this, and the okay one is this.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I got AFC Championship. I'll go with the AFC first. I think Chiefs win this, man. I think this is an ownership. I think this is actually an ownership. It's in Arrowhead. I got the Chiefs winning this one in Arrowhead. And winning this one. I think Hollywood Brown coming back really poses a threat to the explosiveness of this Chiefs offense. I think the Chiefs win this one. And then I think NFC Championship Buccaneers Lions. Damn. I gotta go.
They're not making
Because
the
Baker was so
Super
close.
Bowl. Dude, I'm gonna be
Baker,
really honest. Baker is not making the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
no,
Like the more I think about it, I'm like, dude, they don't have Godwin. They don't have a lot of on the people on their team right now.
doesn't
So
matter. Doesn't matter, but it's gonna matter. I think the Lions are just that damn good. I think the Lions win this one. But it's a close game. I think it goes 30. I think it's 31-28.
I'm gonna
I
go
got
with this one. I think the Bills actually win this one.
dude. Why do we do this every year? Why? Why do we do this every
Third
year?
time's the charm.
No, 4 times the charm, bro.
Fourth time's the charm. It is.
No,
All right.
bro. Let's be completely honest, man. No. Let's
All
let's
right.
stop
This is a
disrespecting the
fun
Chiefs,
Super
man.
Bowl. Just kidding.
No,
This is
dude,
gonna
it's
be
not
interesting.
fun at all.
Oh wait, then the Lions win. And then it's cooked. Never mind.
It's gonna be Chiefs Lions, and I got Chiefs win the Super Bowl, man.
You're probably right. It's so
I
annoying. I
got
don't like
Chiefs.
it.
I got Chiefs
Both teams
Lions,
I'm not a huge fan of, but I'd rather have the Chiefs win.
and I think the Chiefs three-peat.
Dude, it's a 1-1. One seed versus one seed. The 2-15 win teams.
It happened in Super Bowl 57. Eagles Chiefs.
Eagles Chiefs were number 1 seeds.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot about that, honestly. But yeah,
yeah.
I guess right now we have our initial prediction. This is obviously gonna change the more, time going on in the rest of the season or the rest of the week because I have to see
Yeah.
the injury reports and stuff to make my official prediction. But this is a good, good like group exercise for what could
Bro, this
potentially happen.
bro said exercise, man. Like this ain't school, bro.
Well, I mean, listen, NFL, it is what it is. Folks,
Yep.
we just hit about an hour on this podcast. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. If you made it this far, we had a great season, and I just wanted to say from Slashing and I, thank you guys so much for tuning in to our channel and channels specifically, or channels. I don't know why that I had a tough time saying that, but it really means a lot to us, especially as smaller creators, trying to make it up here. But
It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
yeah,
We still got
we're still
postseason
on the rise.
football.
Yeah,
We're gonna
still
be
on the
streaming
rise.
some of the games. I think we're gonna be streaming some of them. I don't know which ones. We're
Maybe.
gonna
I mean,
probably
I
announce
don't
them
know yet
later.
because it's like I'm gonna be pretty busy with the rest of this weekend. It's always happening on weekends, but definitely probably the AFC Championship game, like all the NFC and AFC Championship games, and maybe the Super Bowl. Um, very unsure about it, but we'll see when the time comes. Uh, anything you want to add?
Um, no, not really. I mean, honestly, guys, like this is our first time doing a podcast, so like it was a really amazing journey. Like this first season, at least. Obviously, like it was fun. Like just spitting our ideas and giving our takes. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Obviously, having like my friends and my guests come on the channel. This show was amazing. And spreading this positivity about sports to all y'all was amazing.
Positivity.
So yeah, positivity, man.
Sure.
You gotta make it a little
Just send them all.
positive.
Yeah, but
But yeah,
again,
I'm just saying it was a great time. But obviously we got postseason coming up. We have Super Bowl coming up. We have the off season coming up. So there's still a lot more to come for this podcast. So just pleasure to be there, man.
yeah, it's gonna be fun going into the next season as well. I always remember to
Yep,
like
for
and
sure.
subscribe, help us grow this channel to, spread the word and help us, create content like this for you guys. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one.